Welcome back, friends. Today we dig deep into another library by Fracture Sounds called Trails, their collaboration with Alexander Parsons. This is a very unique library consisting of violin and cello textures. It installs around 12 gigabytes and uses the free Contact player. If you're looking for something a little bit different, some different articulations, you gotta check this out. Let's dive right in. So let's get right into the interface. Here's what you get. Solo violin textures, solo cello textures, violin and cello combined. The dulcichord, which I gave a little sneak peek in the soft string review. Check that out if you haven't. I'll be talking more about it in this review. We got synths and a granular engine. We have our dynamics controller, which is assigned to your mod wheel. Got a lo-fi setting, which I'm going to demonstrate. We got some delay, some reverb. Over here, where we normally see different mic positions, we have atmospheric sliders, which are really cool, and I'll demonstrate that. And then there's an intensity, which is also programmed to the mod wheel, but you can change that if you want. And then you have your articulations. So let's dive right in. This is the emergence. Okay, some really, really cool sounds. There, if you just want to hear the raw sound, okay, and then you can just mix it however you want. You can, if you find that that's a little bit too much, you can just bring that down. Let's hear what that sounds like. So it's still there, but it's much more subtle in the mix. It all depends what you want, whatever your project is. So we're going to bring that back up because I really want to focus on the raw sound because I think it's really, really quite beautiful. So you can mix each of those the way that you want them. You can mute, solo, whatever you want to do. Let's check out flickers. Lots of fun. Divergence. Okay, let's check out what the lo-fi slider does with this one. So next time P.T. Anderson calls you up, you can use that patch for his score. Okay, ricochets. Gonna dial back the reverb a little bit for this one. Really, really kind of aggressive, cool sound. Let's bring them back up a little bit. Short swells. As you can see, I'm adding a ton of reverb to this stuff. It's not because the sounds aren't beautiful. It's because I feel like that's what this library really excels at, is creating atmospheric layers. So that's what I would use it for. Stutters. Reflections. There's so much going on there. Deviations. It has a little bit of a softer sound to it. If we bring the raw sound down, let's bring the verdant, if I'm saying that right. You get like this gorgeous pad sound. So yeah, you can just go absolutely nuts. If you click on this cogwheel, you have some additional settings in terms of tightness, dynamic range. That is the solo violin. Let's check out the solo cellos. So this is emergence. Flickers. Let's bring the reverb down just a tiny little bit. So much fun. Divergence. Ricochets. Short swells. Stutters. Like, if you want to build up intensity, I feel like stutters would be the way to go. Reflections. And deviations. I think probably deviations is my favorite, if I had to pick a favorite. Why pick a favorite when you don't have to? It's like, do I pick a favorite child? I don't. Lovely stuff. Violin and cello combined. Emergence. So it still has enough of the attack and detail that you get the sound of the instrument, and it's not buried in atmosphere. And again, you can really bring that back. If you want a more intimate sound, okay? Flickers. I'm a reverb guy, you can tell. So you could use the violin and cello combined if you really wanted to sketch ideas out quickly. That's such a fun sound. I mean, you could just mix it like real down low and just have it like kind of poke through. Again, this is when I always want to bring the reverb down. So you can really just hear the attack of those ones. Short swells. Lots of fun stutters. I feel like if they were going to do another Narcos TV show, I would stutters would be all over it. I feel like maybe I've heard this. I'm sure that I probably have. Reflections. Just have to play around with it, just kind of mess around with the deviations. I love it when you just have like one patch and you can just go nuts. Okay, so those are the violins and cellos. So that's the bulk of what the library is all about. This is the... I still don't know how to say it. I'm going to say dulcichord. Dulcichord. Let's go with that. I freaking love this. So you have color. If you want a little bit more in the mix, stereo width. Timbre shift. Just a gorgeous sound. Broken tuning. That's fun. if you want to create like an uncomfortable moment, some kind of weird thing is happening. Key noise. Lo-fi. Lots of different things. Delay. All right, and then your reverb and atmospheric intensity, and then of course you have your controllers, your atmospheric controllers. Just for fun, let's take the raw sound out. So, using this, you've turned this dulcichord, which apparently there's only 2 in existence, and you've turned it into like this crazy pad. Let's check out. You just have to mess around with these. So there's a lot you can do. I believe there is also, yes, that's why I wanted to open this up. There is a noise mode for here. I guess this is maybe like a gate, but let me give you an example. Okay, so I got the lo-fi on. You can hear that like floor noise now, right? But I'm not playing anything. That can get annoying. So, there we go. Now when I don't play it, that noise is gone. I love this. I wish other companies would do this as well. It'd be a very, very useful feature. Synths. So you have this like layer control. Okay, there's 3 different layers here. So layer 1, 2, 3, all controlled with a mod wheel. Or you could also solo these out as well, if you just like that layer. Okay, and then of course you have a lot of the usual controls that you'll recognize. But probably my favorite thing is the shuffle button. You see how the layers light up as you... I love this. So cool. So literally this is how I used it in my song, which I'm going to play for you shortly. Okay, I barely just got into the synths. It's like a whole other thing just unto itself. So you can solo individual things. You could lock one layer and then change. And here, let's do that. Let's see. If I lock this, we have wall reverberations. Let's see what happens. Voila. Wall reverberations stays the same because you've locked it, and then the other 2 change. I mean, the number of combinations, I don't know what the number is. Somebody could go figure it out with a calculator of what you can do with this. So again, it looks deceptively simple. It's not. There's a lot going on there. Okay, so Blade Runner Part 2, there it is right there. Okay, granular engine. And again, you can go through and you can change where it takes the sample from. The intensity, mutate, density, grain shape, delay, reverb, of course, spray, see how it kind of focuses on it kind of goes outward around the sample, attack, decay, sustain, release. So you have all of your envelope stuff, and then you get the shuffle button. I love the shuffle button. I would use the shuffle button all the time. Okay, let's look at the project. Created a little song, which I'm going to play for you shortly. So what did we use? We used the violin and cello short swells. Just wanted to get like a little kind of rhythm going on there. We have the violin and cello emergence. Violin and cello deviations. Divergence. Lots of fun. Solo violin emergence. We got the dulcichord. I brought the color all the way down. I messed with the timbre shift. Brought the key noise down. Brought the delay down a little bit. And this was just like, so just a little bit of EQ done. Just scooped out a little bit. That's mostly just to get through some kind of muddy frequencies, especially when you're using the pedal that start to build up and resonate. And I played it almost more like a guitar, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Trail synths. Absolutely gorgeous synth sound. I just have two... Wait, is this the same one? Sorry, two different synths. And again, I used the shuffle button. Oh, I got another one too. 3 synths. Okay, so the more kind of pad sounds you use, the more careful you have to be with EQ. So we have some kind of low cuts, kind of low mid cuts sort of thing to really just kind of clean those up because they will eat away your mix. Okay, now this is the only one that is not part of this library, but I wanted to throw it in there. I'm going to be doing a separate review on Fracture Sound's Hemisphere, which is their ambient cinematic guitar collection. So we just... It is a lovely, lovely sounding thing for adding a little extra texture. So there's just a tiny little part that I kind of threw into there, and then there's going to be a dedicated video coming. Now the big question, who is this library for? If you're looking for atmospheric sounds, if you're big into sound design kind of stuff, I could see this being used for like music licensing, like drone footage and that sort of thing. I could see some of those patches being used in like a horror film to build suspense and stuff like that. You could just use the synths on their own and the granular engine and just get lost in that, and that would be like more than enough to kind of have fun with. There's a lot here in this library. Everything is super playable. Dulcichord is absolutely gorgeous. It's pretty cool stuff. Again, Fracture Sound is doing very, very different stuff over there. I'll have several more reviews for their libraries coming soon. Happy composing, friends. Let's check out this track.